Look at this, the Redwood Motel. So it's another great day in Missouri, and we just left the town of Springfield. So now we're on Route 66, or 266, it's called. And I'll tell you about Plano as we get closer to the town here. So the post office opened in 1895, and it closed in 1903. So basically Plano's basically a ghost town for the most part. And it survived by selling gasoline, food, and a place to stay for Route 66 travelers. It was bypassed by Interstate 44 in the 1960s. Here we got some nice horses over here on the left. Lots of farmland on the right. Yeah, here's an old gas station we're going to look at. I believe this is Ronnies Wrecker Service. Yep, there it is. Ronnies Tow Service. Let's see if I can tell you about this place. Hey, so this is Ronnies Tow Service, also called Ronnies Wrecker Service. So it opened in 1945 by Bert and Ina Rainey. So originally it was a gas station with a wrecker, like a car smasher. Then the Rainies lived in a 2-story house, and they added the concrete block garage and all these service bays. We have 6 of them here. And now there's a DX sign, so they sold DX gas right here at this little island pump you see right there. And we got the giraffe style sandstone little house connected to our Rainey's Wrecker garage. 0.3 miles up on the right, we got this building. It's called Ronnies Phillips 66. It's a rock frame 1950s Phillips 66 gas station. It's got those 2 bay doors for the garage. But check out the slanted office windows. See the way it slants up like that? That's textbook Phillips 66. This Main Street feeds here. 1935. John Barnes purchased this land in his general store right here for Main Street feeds. Right here too. He was super successful, so he built a feed mill. He had a barber shop, produce store, little conical gas station. The whole area is called Bard City. This is a Hillside Baptist Church. Left. Anyway, his feed business, it closed down in 2016. Check out that old barn. Look at that. Just beautiful. We're coming up to Junction T. Here we are, Route 66 still. You pass Junction T, up on your right here, we got Modern Cabins. You can't miss it. It has that big sign right in front there. Look at that. This place is pretty cool. So this here is Modern Cabins, built in 1935. It's originally called Greystone Heights Modern Cabins. Anyways, this is referred to as a very popular cabin complex design, kind of the first type of motels. Generally the cabins weren't connected. You've got these beautiful gas pumps right in front. It's gorgeous. That's great. And behind back here are the cabins. They're all connected right now. 1935. There's 8 cabins, a parking area, a cafe, and a Conoco brand gas station. It's all been restored, and now it's modern cabins, of course. So the motel went out of business when I-44 passed the town. Anyway, that's beautiful. Up here on the left is Yley Chapel and Cemetery. It's a very important place out here. So it's founded by John Yley. He settled here in 1840, and he worked to organize the Methodist Church. And the first chapel was built here in 1870, and it burned down in 1883 and rebuilt to what we have today, 1887. It's a great wood frame structure, 37 feet wide and only 50 feet long. So it's not really big, but it certainly is just a great, beautiful church. Now just past the church up here, you'd head down Route 66 and then it cut over off this road we see today down to a big V structure where it made a super right-hand turn over this creek called Pond Creek. Super dangerous part of the highway. It's called the Bloody Bridge. In fact, we have two bridges here. This is the first bloody bridge down the creek here about 50 yards. You might find a little abutment if you wanted to. But we built this newer bridge here to straighten out the road, make it a lot safer. Right, this heads over Pond Creek right here, which is a tributary of the Sac River. Pretty dangerous situation, especially when approaching these little bridges. And the bridge down the creek here was a little bridge with a wooden kind of railing. Got real dangerous. So in 1972 the road was straightened out here, replaced with this modern bridge we have today. So further up a little ways, I'll take you to the old Route 66 as it cut across the bloody bridges out in Plano. You're gonna come up here and make a left on Farm Road 59, which is here. It's called the Watermelon Irwin Farms. And then we're gonna head right here on Highway or Farm Road 140. And this here is Route 66 with the bloody bridges. So at the end of our little Route 66 original road here from 1926, it's private property, you can't go in there. Way at the end there, see how it sharply turns way to the right? So that was the bloody bridge number 2 right out there. But you can't get to it now because it's private property. Anyway, this here's a little Route 66 from 1926. So you have to make a U-turn and head back to the newer Route 66 straight path. But out here was a place called Camp Rose and H. Dude Ranch. Back in 1939, called the Camp Rose Auto Court. It's like a Spanish mission style, had 10 rooms you could stay in. 1960s it became the H. Dude Ranch. It's all on private property now. All down there by the bridge. So you can't really see it, so we're going to turn back to Route 66 here. I'll show you another little thing on the way to Plano. So here we have another bridge here. This one's going over Pickering Creek. Right there. So that's the newer bridge. We have another bridge up here. These are the ones that bypassed our bloody bridges. Bloody bridges of Route 66. Well, here we are. This is downtown Plano, Missouri, on Route 66, Farm Road, and Route 66. Headed that way. There's really nothing left here. It's called a Greene County Historic Site, Plano, a ghost town, circa 1881. This is all that's left here. This guy used to be a former Tidal gas station right in the corner. Sold Tidal gas, of course. Used to have a grocery store. Little sandstone building. It's got that rough rock facade look we find all out here in Missouri. This here is the general store, the Plano General Store. Dates back to 1902. It's a 2-story sandstone building. It's overgrown with ivy and trees. Now some local myth say it was a casket factory, you know, for dead people, or mortuary, crematorium maybe. It's all spooky back here. But the mortuary was actually over here on this side of the street. But it's still kind of scary and spooky right in there. I'm gonna see if we find a old can or something inside our little spooky. Well, you can't get in there too much, but you get the idea. It's rather overgrown and looks like a little castle right now. Oh, amazing. If I get ticks in there, if I go too far. Look at that. Just beautiful sandstone. The way they kind of got the sandstone and the mud, sandstone mud, and then they kind of piece it all together here to this beautiful structure. It's still standing today. It's our Plano general store. Anyway, that's kind of everything out here in Plano, Missouri on Route 66. So I guess it is pretty much a ghost town. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.